the HP now to be able to get back to full and okay. They're actually making a rotation here with Chola, so they want to bring the Dark Ruler up towards top and try and get this first blood.
Yep.
Why?
They also brought the Batrider on the other side. So there's 6 heroes in the top lane. Unfortunately, though, Supernova found the initiation first, so the Lost Dog will have to suffer the first blood. But Erica wants some revenge, going on to Sheep. Nice little stick, popped by the Shadow Demon. He's gonna die, yes, but he sets up Shen to finish off the slog. Hashtag worth for Shadow Demon. Phenomenal rotation from Shola. And because the Batrider...
Gonna go this way. Broodmother just has insane base damage to be able to go up against, and like she doesn't even have that many stats, and she already hits for almost 100, and then all it takes is for her to pop Insatiable Hunger, and she hits even harder.
Yep.
So now Brood's making rotation top.
First Dream Coil of the game. Han finds it onto 2 heroes, both Erica as well as YYYY. They've killed off the Spirit Breaker, but Erica manages to live 23 HP. They bring down both of the supports in the meantime, and Echoes has now made a movement. Once he gets it, do they just keep trying to chain kill the puck, or is Morphling a more viable target at that point?
I think you just try and chain kill anybody who comes close to you, right? Just try and make sure you get as many kills as possible with this Orchid and start running over the map.
They're actually invading Radiant Triangle right now. Shola gets brought down by YYYY as well as Echoes' Spider Army. And with Erica making a rotation, they might want more out of this. Pounce is at the ready. Erica throws it out. They find Sheep. Sheep will get thrown back with the Flame Break as well onto the high ground. And you know, normally you might be like, ha, you fools. I'm on the high ground, but there's a Broodmother with her entire army, so it's not safe for you either.
Survive the initiation from the Batrider, you're okay. If you're able to live out on the Ravage as well, that means that you can kind of just get the rest of the fight going the way that you want to. So if they just have those small little survivability auras, I think they're going to be in a pretty good spot here for Nova, but it's about how much they lose before then.
Well, the question, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. They just lost Shola's life on bottom. Tier 2 towers on the cards as well, because the Brood is in the mix. And it's not like they're going to get much on the top lane. Shining might die here, but the commitment required to get him. If I'm Lost Dog, I'm like, hashtag worth. Dream Coil, 4 heroes being in the side of the map. And they still haven't gotten the tier 1 tower yet, whilst we're taking tier 2 worth. But maybe they try to defend right now with the Fiend's Gate. They're bringing in the entire crew. What can they do here? They know there's no Shining and there's no Ravage available, but they also don't have Dream Coil. They're jumping in, they find the Terrorize onto 2 with the Pit of Malice as well. Why will be very quickly killed off, with the damage also coming in from the Bedlam. Okay, nicely done there by Supernova. And they did the smart thing. They left the Morphling alone. Man, 1 second later, he's 100% dead. Does manage to survive for now, but they still want something from the Lost Dog. Trying to chase after this Dong Morphling. They lasso him, but the Pit of Malice will be there from Shen. So they don't have a way to drag him out just yet. Nether Strike pushing Dong closer towards the Dire lineup, but he waveforms into this Batrider to kill him off. Shining finds a Ravage that only connects onto 2, however. It's still enough to confirm the kill on the Underlord. At the same time, Han jumped the back lines to finish off the Spirit Breaker. Now, how do they flee from this fight? Sheep getting the disruption out onto the Slok, but he's been slowed in by Shining. The Pounce comes in from Erica, and the Shadow Demon will indeed die. Lots of deaths happening here in this Radiant jungle, but in the grand scheme of things, Fluke.
Their Brood has this like 10-minute Orchid, and everyone's like kind of shitting their pants for like the first 10, 11 minutes of this game because nobody can go anywhere. But they've done a really good job at just stabilizing the rest of their map and getting into a good spot mentally as well as physically in the map too.
When they eventually get to this Aghanim Scepter, it's such a huge pickup for them. They do murder this young Mareska in the mid lane. Very easy kill. Sadly, it's not going to lead into a tier 2 tower. There's no tier 2 to claim down bottom. There is Roche to potentially play around, and maybe a kill onto Shen. And they know he's here. They find him. They have more than enough stuns to kill him, so he's not even going to bother with any plays. Will just be killed off quite quickly. That's the kind of stuff they need from the Lost Dog, but they also need to make sure they get some objectives off the back end of this.
Yeah, some tier 2s to claim.
To dish out the damage. As I say that though, Fluke, here we go. That's why we needed the Meteor Hammer to put in this damage. But Erica, tired of all of this, he just wants to fight. Jumping in, looking for some targets. They get a Nether Strike back onto this Underlord. He's still alive, however. Disrupted to save him for the moment. Shining gets off a Ravage, but it feels like it connects onto nothing. It doesn't matter though, because they still aren't able to kill off this Dark Willow. But the Dream Coil with Pit of Malice and the Demonic Purge back onto Shining. They kill off the Tidehunter. Erica was almost under threat there, but he did manage to escape. The fight's not over yet though, as Dong steals away the Spirit Breaker form, charges onto normal end. and finishes off this Batrider. Massive fight for Supernova. They defend the tier 2 tower. Dong gets a kill, getting charged into. He's being stuck on by the slug. Erica really wants this Underlord right now. Nether Strike's already been expended, and Shen is just so tanky with this Crimson God Halberd. He's still alive for now. They get a Ravage. This time it does connect onto 3 from Shining. Nobody's dead just yet though. Pit of Malice dropped down with the Dream Coil now coming out as well. Dong trying to do the damage necessary, and he manages to kill off Echoes with the help of this Underlord. Beautiful Terrorize on the 3. Sending back Erica, Shining, and why. This Spirit Breaker going to be the first one brought down. The waveform of Dong giving them the necessary damage, and now they want to chase Normal End. Shining blinks in front of him to interrupt the Morphling chase, but they should still find him. At the same time, Erica finds the backlines, eliminates Shola from the team fight. Normal End finally takes a tumble now, but we're playing all the way by the Tormentor, and this fight started at the Secret Shop. Shining probably knows you quick. Now the first move for the game. We see the charge onto Shola. Does get off the Shadow Realm though. Pit of Malice is going to be there as well. Waveform through by this Morphling. They really want to fight on the back end of the fight, but they didn't have enough damage to get these kills. So Erica, he's now trying to zone them back. Nova, find a charge onto the Batrider. Shining finally lets off the Ravage. It hits the puck, hits the rest of Supernova, and enables them to kill the Fairy Dragon. Shen now completely isolated. Dong trying to buy him space with the charge through onto multiple heroes, but it's not going to be enough. He ends up dead. Now Morphling needs to escape somehow. Does have the charge, so he uses it to get to the other side of the map. Now Supernova, they want to protect the Tormentor. Pit of Malice dropped down onto Slog with the Terrorize as well. Do they have what it takes to kill him? They just finished off the Tormentor though. Shen gets the shard, and Erica jumps back in. He has this Aegis, so he feels like he's protected. They will get off the Demonic Purge. Shining finds a Ravage on the 3. They kill off Shola first. Shen is going to get hexed right now. Meteor Hammer dropping on top of his face, but he makes it through the Twin Gate. At the same time, Han dropped the Dream Coil back onto several heroes, giving space for Dong to also escape back into the base. Dong waveforms onto Normal End, killing off this Batrider, and now he steals the Slog form, so we've gotten some bonus attack speed out of him. Can he find the pounce? It's going to be ready again in just a moment. Vision of the Water Boy. The Pit of Malice, though, is going to be there. And Dong gets off the BKB. Shadow Dance also emerged from Erica, though. The Fear is going to be there on top of him. They don't have the additional control. Dong, though, finds the pounce, which lashes onto Erica. He's forced to have to use the Depth Shroud as well to keep himself alive here. At the same time, down bottom, we see a fight happening onto the Shadow Demon. Sheep and Shola have both ended up dead. Why? Charging in onto Shen right now, who doesn't have a Crimson God, doesn't have a life, and is just gonna get brought down. Their failure to kill Erica starting to bite them in the ass here. Shining, he's way too tanky. He's gonna drop the Ravage. Ooh. It does not Beans Gate, right next to where the Roshan pit is. So they're gonna take an interesting path here. Shining and Erica, they're on the forward line here. Erica, he pounces forward. He doesn't have an Aegis right now, so he needs to be careful here. Does go into the Shadow Dance, looking towards bringing down the Dark Willow. They're going on to Echo as well. Look at Dong focusing the Spider, and with the Dream Coil and right clicks, they do manage to kill her off. She does buy back, however. Why? Trying to help Normal End during the lasso, but there's too much damage coming from these heroes. Shining does drop a pretty good Ravage, but nobody's dead just yet. And look at Dong just going ham in this fight. Stolen charge going onto the Side Hunter. They can't finish him off just yet though, because he does have the cheese. Erica also starting to run a little bit out of damage. Pit of Malice directly onto Echoes. The Blue doesn't have BKB. She's gonna die back here, Fluke. Oh. She's gone. No buyback for the Broodmother. No Batrider being alive. And Roshan just respawned, baby. What's up, big man? What's happening? A cheese and an Aegis hang in the wings. Lost Dog have to stop this, Fluke. They can't let this go for free.
Yeah, they want to get in. They know that Roche is going to take a little while to lose his life.
They're Shining with the 3-hero Ravage. They set up the kill onto Shen. Immediately killed off. Sheep follows him into the grave. Both of them buy back, however, as Han found a 3-hero Dream Coil, but they need more follow-up here. Shola finally back into the mix. Han is solo zoning back the Spirit Breaker and about to kill him off by himself. At the same time, Shining left behind inside the Pit of Malice to be killed off, and the Slog gets pounced on by Dong on the right-hand side of the Roshan pit. Erica dies. They don't bring down the Morphling, and the Roshan is still available.
Dong God. He played probably one of the most like picture perfect Morphling team fights I've ever seen. And now they're gonna get another kill on a Normal End.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this game has cracked wide open. This is crazy to watch. If anybody wants to know what kind of this team fight and this game now that it's 2K going the way of Supernova could potentially be theirs too.
Dong Morphling, baby. I mean, I know I've been talking this guy up every game we've done together, but we get to see an example of why he's so hyped and so renowned. Why? Well, we'll get killed off here. I'm not so sure if this was a great idea because that's a dieback, Fluke. So, yeah, that might lead to more than what you gain from just killing off a Dark Willow. She buys back instead, and this might just be the game here. Tidehunter jumps in, does have tendies of the deep, finds 2 heroes, but they can't finish them off just yet. Dong, having still access to the Spirit Breaker form, charged in onto the Tidehunter, killing off Shining. He does buy back, but we're still waiting 20 seconds for the lasso. Normal End finding the lasso out onto this Morphling. Shining, no Ravage available. Normal End will die. Slug at the very least able to kill off this Puck, but she does have buyback. Dong in the meantime, almost dead. Disruption saves him, and that's still his first life, Fluke. Finally takes a tumble. The Ancient has been exposed though, and they're doing as much damage as they can. Dong, he's back right now. Shining does find the 2-hero Ravage. BKB, popped out by Dong. He waveforms to the other side. He wants to end this game, and he's gonna do it. Dream Coil gave him the... Even with the changes of Void Spirit, I don't think Han can defeat the Void that hard to make this matchup look incredibly favorable. He'll do fine, but it'll just be fine. He'll still need to make positive moves around the map.
Or bottom. Why?
I almost have a... Yeah, he is indeed. Sheep is almost about to take a tumble here, but he doesn't actually end up dead. Shen and Sheep can get a kill. Why? Sea Dragon, just that they'd used Fortification on it. And at the same time it happened, and it still killed the Sea Dragon. That was fairly strange. That was very bizarre.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same thing as Midas, right? Glyph doesn't protect against the insta-kills. So
yeah,
you can like hook it and arrow it, and it'll get insta-killed.
Mid lane, they are going to be putting some pressure out onto Y. At the same time, Normal End ends up killing off the Alchemist on the other side of the map. Han at least gets some revenge middle onto Silencer, but he might die for this himself. Echoes came on top of it, but now Echoes, he might be too far forward. Sheep sadly only has 2 points into the Shadow Poison. Not enough to hurt back this Void Spirit. But what happened to Alchemist? Dong got picked off. That's his second death of the game so far.
I don't know. They didn't even RP him. Is it just concussive shot into like a skewer? I think it is. Mate.
They're gonna skewer him back again. RP now committed. Oh no, Dong, he just respawned.
Oh.
Dong is dead now. Tier 1 Tower's gonna follow him into the grave. Echoes manages to protect Y in the mid lane. Doesn't get scouted out by this Ember, but Sleight of Fist can get the finish off. However, all of this pales into comparison with losing not just the Alchemist's life, but now
a solo kill onto Dong as well. So that was a little spicy.
He's dead now, though.
Shining.
2 heroes stunned up with the Searing Chains. They bring in everybody here. He does find a very nice RP, but before he can skewer away, Sheep is there with the disruption. The skewer will sadly carry the Alchemist with him, and Han just finishes him off. I mean, you do die, you do pick up the life of this Magnus, but it did require 4 heroes to accomplish.
And they lose their Tide, so again, both of these offlaners losing their life at very, very similar times. I think that was much better for Supernova though, just because they got a lot more gold out of it, right? Like they got a little bit more gold on the Han, killing such a high net worth hero in Shining. So it doesn't alleviate a bit of their own pressure.
Gonna try and pick off Y. They'll succeed in doing so, but Han now silenced up. He needs some help. Sheep there with the disruption. That's gonna keep him alive. We'll see if Han wants to reach for more. Searing Chains back online, but...
I really want to kill Han, but seems like he's sniffed it out for now. Haven't seen
Erica
much
sniffed this
out of this.
Erica might be in trouble, but in the mid lane, who's even in more trouble is Sheep. Definitely gonna end up dead here. Skewer forward, he's underneath the tier 2 tower. Arrow from Shola doesn't connect defensively, but they do draw in some dire heroes to potentially defend this. Han is here with the DD. Shining gets ravaged actually. Shen happy to commit the spell there. He found two. Why was the other one caught inside the spell? So he might be brought down here. Gush to slow him down. Han try to catch up. Doesn't manage to find the steering chains though onto why. Only connects onto the Juggernaut. He's still running forward though into a sentry ward. There's Global Silence committed by the Silencer. Ooh. And they punish Han super hard. Fluke, what the hell was that? Why did he go up the high ground there?
I mean, it felt like he was invulnerable inside of it.
Then a Maelstrom, but not there just yet. Almost there with the Manta. Mid lane, we're gonna have an arrow combo going out onto Echo. Not sure they have the damage for this though. Erica also shows himself here. They actually ensure that Chen can't TP out, so they will kill off the Side Hunter. Not before he drops a Ravage though. Echoes is so low, but where was the follow-up? He finally does die. Dong finds a 3-hero stun though with the unstable concoction. And now this Alchemist putting damage onto Erica. He doesn't have a GG slash, he doesn't have a spin. So now he doesn't have a life. Dong now channeling another stun to throw towards Shining, who's at least able to kill off the Mirana. But as he does, he will die towards the Alchemist. It's a full 5-hero team wipe. Han and Dong the only survivors. And my goodness, what a turnaround.
So Moonlight Shadow, they will be seen under this ward as well.
Yeah.
They're completely privy of this.
Can they get out of here? Steering chains not thrown in just yet. There's the Blink Ravage. It catches onto two. It's the Magnus and the Silencer. Shining pops BKB though, trying to survive this fight. They've already managed to bring down Shola though, as Echo is able to jump the back lines. Global Silence will now finally emerge, but they haven't been able to combo this into anything. They're actually running away from these heroes. RP now finally thrown in, goes in onto Alchemist, but he's still alive. Gets a 2-hero stun with the unstable concoction, killing off Shining. GG Slash has been thrown in, but there's too many units here, Fluke. They stun him up, overlay their stuns a little bit because Disruption stops the steering chains, but they still should have the damage to kill him. He is down. It's a double kill for Dong. This Echoes of Void Spirit at least assassinates Sheep, but will pay for this most likely with his life. Doesn't have Astral Step, doesn't have Dissimulate, and now doesn't have any HP. Supernova. They get the fight. Lost Dog knew they were coming. They had the perfect vision. They're one of these incredibly low floor but stupidly high ceiling squads.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, right? Team Aster not generally in the business of farming and signing duds into the organization. Arrow being thrown forward by this Mirana, doesn't connect onto anybody. And actually Han is all alone, too far forward from the rest of the squad. That had already triggered the Manta as well, so this gets killed and punished. Dong now trying to at least bring down why. And there's a Ravage. It catches absolutely everybody. They bought back on the Ember Spirit, but he doesn't have a Remnant, so he's still running all the way to the fight. Silencer also buys back into this. Shining, getting jumped on there. There was a Lotus Orb to block the Swift Slash, but we still have Omni Slash if needed. Dong fighting into Erica during the spin, and look how low Erica is, forced into using the Omni Slash with the RP next to him as well. They should be at least able to kill one, and that one is going to be the support Shadow Demon. Shen also follows into the grave, but now here is this Alchemist trying to stun somebody. Only stuns himself though. Nice jukes from Erica to avoid the unstable concoction. He's trying to TP out. Mystic Flare will be there.
Vector targeting, it's like it doesn't help. That was not the issue. The issue is it just sucks. Like,
you got me on that one. God, it's so bad. Oh.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to unleash a little bit of dust in front of me. Cool.
He doesn't have it right now. They're actually going to go onto this Mirana as well as going onto the Skywrath Mage. So both crap Arcanum shards are out of the game. Global Silence now used up, but they haven't actually dispelled this. Supernova just fighting straight through it. They're going onto Echoes potentially, forcing him away from the fight. Dong putting pressure onto this Juggernaut. Look at Jug take so much hurt. He needs to spin to win. Shining, waiting in the wings with an RP if necessary. Stun gets thrown out, and it doesn't stun the Magnus, but it does stun the Juggernaut. But he somehow still gets off his spells. Flying around with the GG Slash and the Swift Slash, he's still alive. However, the RP, as soon as it's down, that means it's time to go Ravage, baby. They get the Ravage, they get the kills, and now they're looking towards mopping up this fight. Han, he's back into the fray. They found a 10D stun onto Juggernaut. Swift Slash will be there. But unfortunately, Sheep is also here to give salvation with the disruption. They ensure that they get the kill. Han eventually does die though. And as Dong realizes that, wait a second, this Juggernaut has a second life one. Well, how do they approach this fight? Erica was in the Roshan pit so long. There's a Swift Slash blocked off by the Lotus Orb. Skewer back misses anybody but Dong. And Dong is not the target you want. He goes Chemical Rage, takes away Shining's half HP. Sheep will be there, ensuring he stays alive for now. Shining gets a 4-hero Ravage, stunning everybody up. They kill the Shining Magnus. The Juggernaut is next. Echoes jumping into the fray to at least be able to kill off somebody, but nobody will be presenting themselves for death. They're all A-OK. We see that Han has finally made his way back into the team fight, and he arrives just in time to mop up the silencer. They've taken the range racks up on top, and now
I respect a player that is able to come back from a game one like that, where he really did not have that great of a game on the park. I think he kind of got demolished pretty hard, but now he's coming back and making this game his own.
Let's see what they can do about this Alchemist. They skewered him back into the base. They aren't able to kill him off, but they do remove the young Shadow Demon from play. Shining will be able to still play on the edges of the fight. Ravage has already been expended. It didn't stun anybody up. And now Dong, he just wants to fight 1v1 with this Juggernaut. But there's the RP with the ultimate coming from the Jug. More than enough damage to kill Han and also take away the first life of this Alchemist. The question is, can they do a second? Still has his Aegis though. Will eventually pop it. Coming back for life too are the Ravage, only stunning out onto one. It's the Silencer. RP coming in as well. They drag back the Alchemist as well as the Tidehunter. The second GG slash is on. They haven't killed Dong just yet. There's another RP, but somehow this Alchemist is still standing. Han with the BKB and mass amounts of damage on this Ember Spirit managed to solo kill Echo while all this was happening. And the tier 3 tower has also fallen. Buyback in on this Void Spirit. He's jumping onto Shola, really wanting the Mirana, able to pick him up. And now they want more. They get the skewer back onto Dong, bringing him into the base. This time he does not have an Aegis. He's gonna try and bring down the melee racks, but eventually Erica is able to kill him off. They're now diving outside of the base as well, looking towards these supports, but Sheep gets himself alive.
And then, yes, maybe you might get in trouble, but as long as Sheep is on the ball, Disruption can save you. X number 1.
RP coming in from Shining. This way they catch Han, but Lotus Orb was there as well with the Mirror Shield, so that protects him. He should be able to get out of here. RP will be able to catch Dong without him having that much luck. And eventually Han does die. Ravage is going to be there though, directly onto Juggernaut, as they brought back with Han as well. They send the secondary Ravage onto the 2 supports, killing them both. All 3 dead heroes though have brought back, and now Juggernaut wants to involve himself again in the fight. Going forward, they still have Echo ready with the Divine Rapier to throw in some additional damage, but Juggernaut, he's trying to spin right now. Demonic Purge is out onto him. As soon as the spin is over, he's in trouble, Fluke. Han jumps onto him, stuns him up, enables Dong and Chola to kill him. And that is a Juggernaut in the grave for 2 minutes, no buyback. Echo's doing his best, jumps the backlines, able to assassinate Shola at the very least. But now that they've taken the tier 4 tower, they've opened up the space to the Ancient. They just cannot do it anymore, and they throw in the towel. GG, well played is called. Han goes to get some bonus kills for good measure, and the game will end in favor of Supernova. They make the 2-0 upset happen. What a performance coming in from the Junior Asta lineup.